everybody, and welcome back. I'm Denisha Christensen, your host, and I'm so excited for part four of this series of creating your empire, owning your queen energy. We've talked about the importance of living your dreams and trusting the process of how these dreams come, and the importance of being in aligned, balanced masculinity and femininity in order to create the setting, the energy so that these dreams can be realized and creative. We've talked about the two of the three pillars of your queen empire. The first one being your energy, being aware of your vibration, your frequency, your mindset, trusting God, allowing all these pieces to come in for you. We've talked about your court, delegating and allowing yourself to be supported by people, by opportunities, by in your business and in your family even, and allowing God to be that support system for you. And we've talked about now we're going to talk about the third pillar, which is the Queen's land, the creating, the empire building, the actual land that is a piece of this. Now, in any empire, the empire is actually the land, right? We might call that in our time, in our language, the real estate piece. And this was a piece that I only received within the last year or so, realizing, oh my goodness, the land, the real estate is a vital part of creating my empire. Now, real estate is always something that I've been interested in, but I was always like, sure, as soon as I have, a few $100,000 sitting in the bank with, nothing to do, gee, what should I do with all this money? Then absolutely I'll go and start investing it in real estate. And even as I started, creating my empire, I shared my story back in 2020 of realizing that it wasn't going to happen. It was just trusting the timing. So if you don't aren't familiar with that story, go back a few episodes and listen to that. But I've always thought like, yeah, once my empire is established, once I'm doing all these things with my coaching business and my music and all these things, then we'll definitely use some of the revenue and we'll purchase some real estate and we'll have venues to host retreats at, and we'll have beautiful properties in different places around the world that we can rent out when we're not there, and we can go and visit and vacation and relax and host retreats and events and things there. And it was last year that and she wasn't even a friend, she was just more of an acquaintance, a business acquaintance, and she posted something about real estate. And all of a sudden my brain went, and I guarantee it wasn't my brain, it was 100% God, because it hit me like a Mack truck. But the feeling came in, what if real estate isn't something that you have later down the road after you've created your empire? What if real estate is what helps you to create your empire? And I went, oh, oh. And from that moment on, I started my journey of learning to be a real estate investor. Now, that might seem like something that is completely unrelated and disconnected from you creating your empire, you being a queen, and you running a beautiful, amazing business. But hear me out for a second. Most businesses fail within the first 2 years because they don't have the revenue, they don't have the money to be able to support the marketing that is needed, the advertising, the support, like we talked about in the last episode, of being able to really bring this to fruition. And so most businesses fail in that time frame, mostly not because it's not a good idea or because the person doesn't know what they're doing, but because they don't have the funds to support the growth and the expansion and getting it off the ground, right? You you building your coaching business, you building a energy healing business, you building, whatever it is that you want to do with your business, it's going to take time and it's going to take resources. And what if you had some extra resources in place to support you in that process so that you could hire on the support, so that you could hire someone to do ads instead of just doing organic traffic and marketing, so that you could pay a coach or a mentor to guide you and shorten the time frame exponentially by giving you the resources and tools to take those next steps. All of that requires money. That's just how it works, right? So what if You took some time and took some energy and some of your resources, and you figured out a way to start investing in real estate to generate the income that will allow you to build your business in flow, in joy, in satisfaction, instead of in overwhelm and frustration and scarcity and lack. I will not work with women who are relying on their business, a startup business, to pay the bills and provide for their family. I will not do it because that is a woman who is operating in lack and fear and scarcity and doubt. And I will not do that. I will only work with women who have either they have a longer time frame that they're comfortable with, or they have some resources to put towards that, or they know that all their bills are met through another income or their husband's income or whatever it is. So they get to create their business from joy, from desire, from love, from excitement, from anticipation. Because otherwise, all work we have to oh my goodness, we have to overcome so much more than just, I mean, you've heard me say it over and over again, entrepreneurship is the biggest roller coaster you will ever go on. You will have to confront every demon in your closet. You will have to overcome every obstacle that has ever been created for you to succeed. So what if money weren't the issue there? And what if you could just focus on the different things and all the healing and all the growth that's going to have to take place regardless, without also having the money piece and the pressure to perform being a part of it? Wouldn't that be amazing? And this is what learning to invest in real estate can do for you. It can allow you more flow, more peace, more trust, more joy in the process. So, I mean, okay, so same thing, right? Like, sure, I would love to invest in real estate. As soon as I have a couple $100,000 sitting in the bank with nothing to do, then I'm happy to do that. But guess what? The thing that you don't know is what's keeping you from doing the thing that you want to do. You don't have to have hundreds of thousands of dollars sitting in the bank to be able to invest in real estate. There are so many different resources that you can use, including a home equity line of credit, including learning to work with private money lenders that don't have anything to do with how much money you actually have or what your credit score is like on either of those examples. You're using the value of your home, and you're using a very, like, this is the interest, this is the payment, and you just have to make sure that you know the numbers and that you know what to do so that the things work out and you don't get yourself into a bigger hole than you already were, right? This is the importance of learning, of getting educated and learning how to invest in real estate. I have been completely blown away by how our life has completely shifted when we opened up to this opportunity to start investing with our mentors that we're working with in our real estate. And we actually just jumped into, so when we first started it and we opened up a line of credit on our home and use that to start investing as equity partners. But as you probably already know, whoever puts the deal together makes the most money. And I was like, I want to make the most money. I don't want to give someone else more of my money. I want to make the most money. And so even though we made a fabulous return from those investments, I wanted to learn how to do it myself. And so I am actually, at the time of this recording, in the smack dab middle of a 90-day first flip challenge. And this is a challenge that my mentors, Mitch and Maylee Nilsson, do every quarter, so 4 times a year, and guide you through the process step by step to get into your first investment property in those 90 days. And they have like a 90% success rate. And it's just, oh man, I could sit here for hours and tell you all the stories and tell you how this came about, because literally me acting on that impulse, that feeling of, what if real estate isn't what you do down the road after you've already created your empire? What if it's what helps you to create your empire? Literally has changed everything for me. I would not be where I am today with the connections I have, with the mindset I have, with the wealth that we are building, with the opportunities that are coming my way, not only with real estate, but in my personal coaching business here, because of my willingness to learn something different, open up to this opportunity, and start investing with real estate, and the people I've been able to connect with: Mitch and Maylee, Alinda Rowley Jensen, Jen Wright, Mahea Eddy, Michelle Torres, like so many of these incredible men and women. are helping me to up level my vibration in a completely different area. So now not only do I have it going on with the feminine energy and the coaching and everything that's going so well, but also with the real estate. And everybody, no matter, I don't care who you think of, anybody that is successful in business and has wealth has real estate. They might have their business that they started with, but they always invest in real estate. It's the only thing that beats the stock market. It's the only thing that stays ahead of inflation. It's the only thing that continues to go up in value over time. And so many people, we just did an event here locally in Vernal, Utah, where I live. And I was telling some friends about it, and she goes, "Oh yeah, I just wish that real estate, the market was better." And I was like, the market is great if you have the tools to know how to work with it. And one of the sayings that people always say is, like, oh, like we should have invested, years ago or 20 years ago or 30 years ago, and my parents bought this house in 1965 and it was $17,000 and now it's worth $842,000, whatever, right? Like, yeah, the best time to invest in real estate was yesterday, right? Was like before the prices are what they are now. But guess what? The second best time to invest in real estate is today because the prices are still going to go up over time. It's proven market. And even with the ups and the downs, when you have the education and the different strategies, you have a different tool to use for every market that's out there. So I'll do another episode down the road with my mentors and have the amazing Mitch and Maylee Nilsson come and join me live with this. But today I just kind of want to plant the seed that maybe investing in real estate is the exact next step that you need to take for your business, for your dreams, for your goals to come to pass, to receive them. Oh, I can't even tell you how strongly I feel that and believe that, and what a powerful blessing it's been in our life to be able to bring in the extra money from that so that I can continue to flow in my business and but just be in more flow and in more joy and the caliber of clients I've been able to attract. I started receiving my first $20,000 coaching clients after I started investing in real estate because my vibration was now at a higher level. Also, when you're talking real estate, you're talking on a consistent basis, hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's not like 20 or excuse me, it's not even like $2,000 or $3,000 or even 20 or $30,000 when you're talking about transactions. You're talking about 200, 300, $400,000. And so talk about like raising your money mindset, right? Getting used to being and talking in those quantities of money because that's what we all want to be resonating with in our lives and attracting more of. So we'll talk more about this later, but while you're listening to this, if you're like, oh my gosh, yes, reach out to me, DM, email, respond, comment below, whatever, wherever you're listening to this, and say, hey, Denisha, I want to know more about this real estate thing. How do you do this? How can I work into this? And I will reach out to you, and my mentors and I will help come up with a plan that will work for you and your finances to figure out how you can start doing this wherever you are at. Okay, deal? Will you do it? Yes, 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 yes. Okay, all of these last four episodes that you've listened to, what's been your biggest takeaway? What are you seeing? Are you realizing when you step into this queen energy, when you are aware of your vibration and frequency, your mindset, who you're surrounding yourself with, when you're aware of the importance of delegating, receiving support, aligning yourself with God, and of allowing real estate, the actual empire, the land, like in ancient times, like they were always trying to go out and conquer more land, right? Because they knew that whoever had the most land was the most powerful. And that hasn't changed. The more land you have, the more powerful you are, the more wealth you have, and you create this change. One of the biggest things I love most about knowing that we are investing in real estate is knowing that we are changing things for our family. We're teaching them the way of the wealthy. We're getting out of the poor, out of the middle class mindset, and into the wealthy mindset. And they're all going to have to learn that for themselves, right? All of our boys and their families will down the road. But we now have the tools and the resources to know how to help them. And we will be passing that on. And we are changing our family's life for generations to come. And this is what you can do as well. Anytime a woman steps up and says, I am willing to be different, I'm willing to trust, I'm willing to love, I'm willing to allow, I'm willing to receive, whatever that looks like, it creates a shift globally. vibrationally, energetically for every woman on the planet to step up and do the same. And a rising tide raises all ships, and we all rise together. So, how are you going to step into your queen energy and create your empire more fully today? What's your first step? And I would love to help you in that process. So, if you need help figuring that out, again, DM, email, comment below, wherever you're listening to this, reach out to me and say, hey, Denisha, I love this. I don't know how, because I have the house. I've been there, I've done that, and I can help you. Are you willing to say yes? Your job is to say yes and allow. I love you. Talk to you soon. Bye.